You know, they were right when they said college was a scam. Before I graduated high school, my senior year, I never planned on going to college, but I kept talking to my counselors, my teachers, and it was like, you might as well go to college because it gives you a better chance to succeed in life, get the career, the dream job that you want. And initially, I never bought what they were trying to sell me or what anybody was trying to sell me about college. I never intended on going, but I just got to a point when I was like, why not go? What's the worst that can happen? And then I started seeing more videos popping up about how it's a scam, how you can still be successful without college because times have changed. We got social media, we got all kinds of different opportunities that we can create for ourselves to the point where you really don't need college as much now to be good in life compared to years ago before social media came around. And after graduating from college a year ago with my bachelor's in multimedia journalism, also got a minor in PR and communications. I've been unable to find a job. I've applied for like 300 jobs, only gotten like 4 interviews. I got ghosted 3 times after those interviews, and one I just completely got rejected. And I'm at a point now where I'm this close to crashing out. And, I believe in God. I'm a Christian. I pray every single night before I go to bed. And I pray every single day in the morning when I wake up that some company or just somebody in the higher ups will view my application and give me an opportunity. Because that's all I need. There's not a single job that I have applied for that I don't have the ability to do. And that's what frustrates me the most about this whole process because they say entry level jobs, right? But they want you to have like 5 years of experience. What the fuck is an entry level job then if you got to have 5 years of experience then? At that point, you're just lying. And that's how this whole process has been for me. I felt like I've been lied to, I've been betrayed because I was sold a dream that if I went to college, I would be rewarded for racking up thousands of dollars in student loan debt. That all of those all nighters that I had to pull, the study for exams, to write 8, 9 page essays would not be in vain. Just for me to be in a situation now where I have to settle for a job that I shouldn't have to because I went to college. And they say you got to do what you got to do. If I was going to have to settle for working a job that I never wanted, I never should have went to college in the first place. And that's how I just feel. I feel like I wasted 3 years of my life. I have a fucked up credit score because of all of the student loan debt that I have accumulated. And I'm just at a point where now I don't really have any answers. And they always say you can accomplish anything you want in life as long as you work hard. I've worked hard all my life. I graduated with a 3.6 GPA, top 10% of my class in high school. I graduated with a 3.7 GPA in college with cum laude and honors. And yet, none of that shit matters when it comes to me applying for jobs. They don't care about how good your GPA is. They don't care about your grades. They don't care about none of that. And that's what really irritates me about this whole thing because everybody made it seem like going to college was going to ensure and guarantee that I would have a good career. And now I'm struggling to break into my field. And I'm not saying that college is useless for everybody, but unless you're going to college to get into the medical field, you're going to be an engineer or work in tech. If you get a degree that isn't in one of those fields, or like criminal justice, you're going for like general studies, you're going for journalism, communications, you're going to have a hard time finding something once you graduate. And after COVID hit, a lot of companies had to lay off a lot of employees due to them not having the money to pay, because I feel like these companies don't intend to go about their hiring processes the way that they do. But sometimes they may not just have the money to hire somebody like me. They feel like, they would spend that money better elsewhere if they hire somebody who is more qualified, because you got people lying on their applications. You don't want to have to train somebody. I understand that. But if I'm telling you that I know how to do these things, and I'm asking you to let me prove that I know how to do these things, I'm motivated, I'm willing to learn, why not give me the opportunity? And it's so bad to where when you go on LinkedIn, because this is the place that they hype up after you graduate. If you want an opportunity, your best shot is on LinkedIn because of all the people you can meet on there, right? Half of the applications that you put in on LinkedIn are not getting reviewed by an actual human. They have like this AI algorithm that sorts through all of these applications, and they have like certain keywords that they rank certain candidates by. And if you don't meet this criteria that these companies have for these AI algorithms, you're not going to get an interview. And sometimes you may not even be interviewing with an actual person. And then some of these jobs that you're applying for on LinkedIn, they may not even be real. You may just be talking to a fake person, or you might be applying for what they call ghost jobs. And I never knew about any of this shit. You see, this is why I felt like I was lied to, because nobody ever told me about these struggles that I was going to have after I graduated. They just gassed it up as things was going to be all daisies and roses. And now I'm out here, everybody's saying, damn, bro, like, I hope it gets better for you. Fuck do you mean you hope it gets better for me? You were the person who told me to go to college. And now I'm in a situation where I feel I'm at a point of no return. I didn't work this hard to have to settle for something. If this was going to be how my life was going to play out, I never would have went to college in the first place. And that's why I feel like they were right when they said college was a scam. They gas it up as something that you have to do if you want to position yourself to be successful in life. And yet, here I am in this situation, not being able to find anything, even though I have all of the qualifications in the world to land a job in my field. I literally paid $200 to get a professional resume writer to create a resume for me, and I still haven't landed anything yet. That's why when they say college is a scam, I understood what they meant by that now. I always felt years ago when I was a novice before I went to college, life is what you make it. What you go to college for is up to you to get the most out of it. And I'm still planning on getting the most out of my degree. Cause I ain't rack up all of this damn debt and put in all this damn time to get nothing out of it. I'm gonna make sure I find a way to get something out of this. But I just feel cheated, and I felt like I was manipulated to get put back into a system. I feel like they program us to believe this is the only route we have to go to win in life, when it's different avenues that I could have taken that could have had me in a way better position than I am now. I feel like I would have been better off not going than I am actually having graduated a year ago from it. And I don't know who else is watching this who feels the same way, but I just feel incredibly frustrated right now. And I just felt like if I could have went back and redid my decision, I never would have went to college in the first place. It just feels like a waste of time, a waste of money that I have to pay back. And it's made me depressed. Honestly, like, I wake up every day feeling like I'm a loser, because all of the hard work that I put in to get into my dream field, to get my dream job, was nothing more but a dream that I'm never going to be able to turn into a reality. Because no matter how hard you work, when you apply for these jobs, your fate is not up to you. It's not in your hands. It's up to somebody else behind that computer screen that determines what your future is going to be. And that's the thing that pisses me off the most every day, that makes me depressed. Because if I had the ability to work hard enough to get what I wanted, I would have it. But unfortunately, that's not how life works. And I just feel really sad, really depressed, and really angry when I wake up every day, because I know that I didn't work this hard to be put in this fucking situation. But that's just my thoughts on graduating college. Hopefully, for a lot of you guys watching, you guys aren't going through the same struggles that I am. But if you are, I feel your pain. I really do. And I'm praying for all of us that eventually we can find some light at the end of the tunnel. I had a friend that just committed suicide for the same predicament that I'm in right now. And I ain't gonna lie, I be having those thoughts. I really do. Cause I really didn't work this hard to be in this situation. You feel me? And I'm not coming on here looking for sympathy. I'm just coming on here keeping it real for anybody else that is being pressured to go to college because their people are making it out that's the only way that they can succeed. When a lot of the older folks that keep stressing you need to go to college, you need to go to college, they don't understand how difficult life is now, even with you having a degree. There's countless people I see on Instagram living it up in life that didn't go to college. But most of the people that did seem to be in way different situations than what those people are who didn't go to college, regardless of what the statistics say. So if you're on the fence about going to college and you really don't feel like it's for you and you got a different path that you want to take in life, take that path. Carve out your own path in life. Don't let nobody force you down the path that they truly don't understand. Because a lot of the folks that was telling me to go to college didn't even go themselves. They regret not going to college because back then in their time, it was a lot easier to get a job post college than what it is now. Jobs were actually looking for college graduates. And even if they weren't, even if you did have to wait a period of time to get a job, you know, it was a little bit more simplistic then. Now, with how society is, I really don't feel like these jobs care, depending on what sector you're in, what career you're in. They really care about you having a degree or not. Because when I was on the phone in my last interview and I told the lady that I went to college, I told her that I had a 3.6, 3.7 GPA. I told her I graduated with cum laude. She didn't even care. She didn't even acknowledge it. So if you are one of those people that just graduated high school and you don't know if you really should go to college or not, but you have people in your ear telling you you need to go, tell them that there's a lot of people that have graduated that aren't really being able to have success the way that it was pitched to them having going to college. Because a lot of folks that's telling you to go, they never went. And if they would have went and they had the experience, the shit that me, you, and a lot of us are going through right now, they will feel the exact same way.